that fender roller. Would you be able to do that for me?
Welcome back, everybody. It's another race weekend, and as you can see that my car is currently not there, and it is not anywhere. So what happened was I got here late and I wasn't able to film a proper intro like I intended to, so I just swapped my wheels off, took my street ones off, put my race ones on, and then I went out on track. And then I had an issue when I got out on track that my rear wheels, so this isn't my car, but I'll just use the example, my rear wheels were now starting to rub instead of my front wheels. So I came in off the track and I just thought about all my options, and I decided the best option was to just give in and get my fenders rolled. So I'm currently getting that done at the shop. So this is where I've got my car at right now. I think it looks like they just finished up my car. So as you can see here, that's where my rubbing was happening, and I just had them roll my fenders, so I should hopefully no longer have issue with rubbing, at least next time I go out on the track. But I guess the only way to find out is by going actually out onto the track. Okay, so I got my car. As you guys saw at the shop, I was having them roll my fenders, because maybe I can get a better view of it here, but I'm getting a very, let's see, focus on it, very bad rub along this wheel, and it's happening on both sides on the rears. And it might be because I'm running new tires that are a little bit different, but I had them roll the fenders, which is something I've been putting off just in case I ever wanted to sell this car back as stock. But at the same time, with all the rubbing issues that I'm having on my fronts and now on my rears, I just figured it was the best thing that I could do to the car. So I've got that one rolled, and then he rolled this one a little bit less severely, which it's not easy to tell, but you can see there that it has been rolled, which is unfortunate. It does happen where it damages it slightly, but what can you do? Anyway, about to run back on track. We'll see if I have any rubbing issues. If I do, I'm just gonna have to pull off, and he said he could roll it a little bit more if that does happen, so hopefully it doesn't.
I'm about to find out if I'm still getting rubbing issues.
So I just finished up my last session, and I had not only a bunch of crazy lap traffic, but I had an almost accident with another BMW who was not driving the best. And then there was this Miata, I think it was, that was also not keeping a consistent line. I'll throw it up so you guys can see. It was kind of a little bit chaotic. Anyway, before lunch happens, well, since we're on lunch, we have a little bit before our next session, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate my tires. I am running my brand new tires now. I've got my Maxxis on here. So, as I mentioned before, this tire is going to be your worst, no, that tire is going to be your worst wear, second worst wear, third worst wear, fourth worst wear at the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tire, since they're brand new, I'm going to run that one there, and then I'm going to swap those two. So I'm going to do a diagonal swap, which is what I was recommended to do. So we're going to go ahead and swap out the tires, then I'm going to get lunch, and then we got one more session. Best I stay semi-hydrated. It's pretty hot out here today. I have to go fetch that lid now. Also, it's probably time I apply some more sunscreen, SPF 100, because I burn super easily. Luckily, I haven't burned yet today. It's been a busy day. I haven't had a huge chance to film a lot of stuff, and I wasn't actually able to film at the end of yesterday, sadly. But it was because I had an issue. There's been a consistent issue. As you guys know, last time I was out here, I was having an issue with my coilovers lowering themselves. And once again, I'm having issue with this coilover. Now, the other one, so just real quick, what I did here was I've adjusted it so it should be good, and then I put blue electrical tape so it won't move. And then now I'm gonna Loctite it down. I had Loctite glued these, and they still moved in the end. On this one, which I don't have the wheel off, I took it to a shop to get it tech inspected for the race. They re-Loctited this one with a Loctite red, so this shouldn't move. I'm considering doing red on that one over there, but I don't want to make it permanent, so shouldn't be an issue. But regardless, now I've got it up. It's lunchtime, so it's going to be a while before I go back out on track. I don't think I need to rotate my tires. I didn't actually get a full session the first time because I was fixing this issue. I got like the in lap and the out lap. That's all I did. But anyway, I'm going to remove the electrical tape. I'm going to remove I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna clean it out, and I've got some Loctite glue, which is, unfortunately I forgot to grab it. It's over in my toolbox over there, so that's not gonna work out too well right now. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get that done. I know.
Like I don't
It's just how
have like a dual wrench.
Fortune Auto does it.
Oh, you actually.
This is not a sight you're gonna see often, but that's a Tesla race car, like full cage and everything. If I wasn't sitting in grid right now and I had my better camera, I would go get photos of that. But yeah, that's a full-on Tesla race car. I haven't seen it here all weekend. I don't know where it came from, but there it is. So the HPD 1 group's going out right now, and because they don't have any ride-alongs allowed, the instructors can't be in the car with the students. So currently, the instructors are going alongside the car or doing kind of a lead-follow style. But my buddy's Miata's broken down, so he's taking my car out. So I guess this is a good chance for me to see my own car on track without having to be in it. I love that BMW. It's got a really nice wrap on it. It's a beautiful wrap. I jokingly offered to let him use my car, but then I realized I'd actually told him that he could, so. Start of day 3. The last 2 days I've been extremely busy, so I haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of filming, but hopefully today, because it is a lot slower here on Sundays as a whole. Plus, Saturday and Friday we had tons of motorcycles. It was motorcycle track day as well, so we're missing half of the people. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get a lot more filming done today. Just got done with my last session, or my first session of the day, and I did my best time so far, and that was because I'm now being timed on these transponders here. This is part of trying to class up into actually TT racing. So this thing just sucks at autofocus sometimes. I have to manually do it. So yeah, I've got the transponder here, and I clocked a 1:44.8 around West Track, which is my fastest time personally, and actually faster than, not necessarily my competition, but it's faster than this guy right here. And he's got a very fast car. He's TT5. I'll be TT4, so if I can outdo him, that means at least I'm not worse than the top level of the class behind me. So that's the goal. It's all broken. Lost the fender. It's a beautiful car as a whole though. Absolutely gorgeous. And he's got a spec Miata. It's the end to another very, very hot weekend. Everyone loading their cars up. Garage is empty. I just got my car loaded up, got the wheels switched off, everything's loaded into the vehicle, and I'm about to head home now for the weekend, or for the rest of the weekend, the Father's Day that it is. I did try to do some updates after lunch, before lunch, and then after the track, and like I said, I'm borrowing this this microphone from a friend, so it actually has an on-off switch, and I did not hit the on switch. Unfortunately, that means that I also didn't capture audio for some of that stuff. But like I said, it's very hot. I'm very dehydrated, so I'm gonna head home I'm gonna stop at a gas station. I'm gonna get something to drink because I need it, and I'll just do an update once I get back home on everything I talked about in those sessions, because things happened, and good things happened for the most part. The whole weekend turned out to be a very good weekend, although, as I mentioned a few times, I was using a new microphone. It's not my microphone, I was borrowing it from a friend, and maybe just due to how exhausted I was, you probably could tell from that last clip that I was just very exhausted from the day and just very dehydrated. The microphone has its own on-off switch, doesn't turn on automatically with camera, and I just forgot to turn it on a lot of occasions, so that became an issue. Past all my many technical difficulties and just being purely exhausted throughout the weekend, I ended up having some really good things happen. I was running a transponder the whole time so that they could time me and see where I stood and see my consistency in my hopes to move into time trial group, which is actually competitive, just unlike the HPDE stuff that I've been doing over the past year or so now. I was putting down a lot better times than I've ever put down before. I put down, first day out it was a 147 and I wasn't even trying, then it was a 146, then a couple 145s that beat each other out. My goal was a 143, didn't matter what it was, just 143.999, didn't matter, that was the goal. Unfortunately, the best I did was a 143 or 144.039, so I was only 4/100ths of a second off the time I was going for, but that's fine. I got my car weighed and I'm about 100 to 200 pounds heavier than I should be to class into TT4, which is what I'm going for, so I just need to lose a few hundred pounds on the car. I also got to get it dynoed, but the good news is they're moving me into TT4, so hopefully my next weekend out I'm actually going to be competing in a TT class, and it's not just going to be driving out there for fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. That does mean that the next 3 weeks before the next event that I have is going to be very busy getting everything classed and everything legal with my car. But once that's done, it's going to be awesome because I'm going to actually be competing for something, and it's not just going to be all for fun, which I'm really looking forward to. So like I said, big things happening, and they're good things, so I'm super stoked about that. With all that excitement, I'm going to also continue to keep looking at ways that I can make track day filming more interesting, what I can do shot-wise, what I can film. It's not something I'm super experienced with, so this is still relatively new to me, and I'm just trying to, find a formula that works. And now that I'm moving into that TT class, it's something I really want to make sure that I can document a lot better. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with my fastest lap because this is my new record on the track, and who knows, hopefully I'll beat it this year. Next event's going to be on a different configuration, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video.